Good morning, comrade subscribers. So we continue. Thanks for all the comments overnight. I really appreciate that, actually. So yeah, I am kind of enjoying this. I don't know if I would buy one of these again because the case is just so heavy, but it is kind of fun that making progress. You actually, yeah. Whereas other machines, especially the Spectrum clones, you try this, you try that, you try something else, and it's just nothing works. So it's enjoyable because you seem to be making progress. So one of the points was that probably the 8080 is powering up in the wrong order because it uses 3 voltages. So I'm using, because it's not in the case, I'm using this. Just turn it around properly. Oh, I showed it probably in the first or the second video actually. This Meanwell power supply that's got a DIN. It's got a DIN output there. So it provides the 3 voltages, and then what I've done is I've just made up a DIN socket with a small header, and then obviously, as you've seen, I've been putting the header on there, and on the underside I've got it just connected up to the various power rails. So the way it is at the moment, the way I put it in is we've got plus 5 volts ground. Actually, I think it might be minus 5 volts and then plus 12 volts. So I tried to keep the color coding right. So when I power it on, like if I'm doing it from this way, then you can kind of see that plus 5 volts is being applied first, then ground, then minus 5, and then plus 12. There's only, probably fraction of a second before each one. But maybe if I reordered that so that it powered on, I think, was it minus 5 volts first? Then maybe that would improve it. But I think for troubleshooting, I think this is probably okay. It just doesn't boot on the first go. So on the second go, maybe we've got some residual power in the capacitors. So anyway, whatever. So that's how I'm powering it up. So for a reset, let's add a reset button first. So I'm going off Sergey's, what I call his rebrew of the Radio 86RK, and he's got a reset button here. So it's in parallel with a 1 nanofarad capacitor, and then that's connected to the reset in pin on the 8224 clock generator. So I'm thinking I'll probably do the same. So the clock generator is down here. That's one of the chips that was running pretty warm. And actually, if you have a look, there was some, where are we down here? There was some modification. Well, okay, pin 1 was crossed out and then it was reconnected. I didn't do that. This is how it came. So pin 2 is obviously beside it. But what is pin 1? Pin 1 is ready in. Okay, that's connected. Okay, so the way Sergey's got it on his, he's got it connected via a 1K pull-up to VCC. So, how have they got it on here? Goes to there, then across to there. Okay. All right, a little bit different on that. So I don't know whether that's worth doing, maybe. Yeah, anyway, I won't worry about that. Let's just do the reset. So at the moment, I don't know what is reset connected to. I should have a look at the reset is connected to. Up to here. That's a bit dodgy. Squeeze in between these two. And it's then connected to a resistor by, oops, sorry. There we go. Connected to one of those resistors. And then we've got a diode. And we've got this big capacitor there. Anyway, so I was thinking of implementing it up here. So just putting another header pin in. A pair of header pins. Alright, so I'll have a think about that now. We'll see. All right, so I'm looking at the reset pin, which is this one here. Oh, yeah, reset pin, pin 2. So it comes out here and then it kind of goes here. So I've got, I think it's a resistor and a diode. And then we've got the big capacitor there. So I guess that's some sort of timing. But I'm not, so I'm just trying to do this. It looks like it's been cut. Looks like it's just been cut. So this is just a big solder blob. And I think that's a resistor there, maybe. But it's very, obviously I'll do a continuity check. Let's see if we can put the loop on, get any closer. Yeah, so it's a bit dodgy really, because it looks like it's just almost touching, but it's been cut. So I will check the continuity of that. But yeah, yeah, just thought that was interesting. Yeah, so I'll get the continuity and check that. But yeah, I'm going to add the reset button. Right, so it, get some more light on it. So it is connected, just barely, but there is continuity there. Should there be continuity there? I have to check the schematic, but I don't know if you can really tell. But it's just barely touching. It's not like it's a really solid joint. So let's just have a look on the other side. That solder blob. That solder blob is, which one, where was that solder blob? That solder blob is there. And then obviously that's resistor there. Oh no, crystal, sorry. Yeah, it's connected to the crystal by the looks of it. Oh, that's the crystal there, is it? Maybe, or no, that's the, oh no, that's the resistor, sorry. That's the crystal. Alright, I'll figure it out. I'll have a look at the schematic and figure it out. Yeah, I wasn't, so I've reflowed the solder. Reflowed the solder so that they're no longer connected. Because this was kind of connected to one of the crystal pins. And yeah, certainly according to the schematic, there shouldn't be a connection between the reset in and the crystal. So reset in, we've got a resistor, diode, and then we've got the capacitor. So I don't know if it's made any difference. Certainly it's still working. But before I go, before I get go do the reset pin, I thought, so there's two electrolytics on here, and they are related to the video output. So a pair of 10 microfarads. So I might just replace them. I don't know if they'll make any improvement. I want to keep these, well, I know they're not ceramics, but these ones containing the precious metal, is it K1M? Are they K1M capacitors, I think they're called, with the, is it palladium or platinum and niobium? I love them. Beautiful. Anyway, so I'm going to replace these two, then I'll do the reset pin, and then I'll replace these two and then we'll check the video and then we'll do the reset pin. Okay, let's connect it up and just see what happens. Power is on, turn the power off, connect up the power. Okay, turn on the power. Alright, so we're still not getting boot on the first attempt. That's fine, I only changed the, I thought hopefully maybe I might clean up the output. Well, it was kind of clean. Alright, maybe there is other stuff going on like accessing, was it like CGA snow perhaps? because they use single ported RAM or something, and CPU and the graphics card are trying to access the RAM at the same time. Alright, well still it's okay. So no improvement, but it's not broken. Alright, I'll add in the reset now. Right, got the reset button installed in the corner. I've got those, I replaced the 10 microfarad electrolytics. Just looking at what Sergey did on his one, he's got a 22 nano, I guess, ceramic and a 47 micro electrolytic on the video output, and then we've got 150 ohm to ground and 75 ohm there, I guess, impedance matching. So I'm not sure what we've got. So we've got a pair of 10, but I think it was this one and this one. So I don't know if it was worth maybe increasing the value of the electrolytic from 10 microfarads. I don't know if that would improve things. Anyway, so reset switch is installed. So I've got a 102, so 1 nanofarad, and I've got it connected in parallel. So we've got the switch, we've got the electrolytic, then we've got grounds, and then we've got the reset in on the 8224. Okay, so probably initial power on, usual. Press the reset button. Hey, there we go. Press the reset button. Yay, it's working. All right. So let's have a look at what's happening on bit 3 of this character ROM. So let me just look up the pinout for the 2716, and then we'll have a look at what's happening on the oscilloscope. Right. So I'll just have a quick look at the schematic. So this is the character ROM here, and we've got the output D0 to D5. So these go into this 8-bit shift register here, and then it's shifted out 1 bit at a time to the CRT output. So if we look at bit 3, I assume we're talking about D2. So that should be 9, 10, 11, 13. So I guess it's pin 11. Just double check on here. Pin 11, which is O2. So we'll check what's happening with O2, which is that one there. All right. Let's get set up for the oscilloscope. All right, so we're all set to go. So let's start with D0, which is pin 9. So it's 12, 11, 10, 9. Probably could do with just reflowing this solder here. Alright, so you can see we are seeing data there. What's the best way to do it? Adjust the trigger level. Yeah, or maybe turn the trigger off. Am I offset, am I? Okay. Alright, well that's D0. I understand why there's... okay. D0, 12, 11, 10, D1. Probably better off doing the logic analyzer. But there is data. As noisy as it is, it probably doesn't help. But let's have a look at... oh God, the screen looks terrible. What have I done? So have a look at the screen. Whoa, reset. Ooh, that looks horrible. Sorry, let me get that out of the way. Power off. So I'm looking at the, God, it's reset. Oh my word. So I'm looking at the pins. Let me just move down here of the character ROM, and it's not, well, they don't look too good to me. So maybe I might start with reflowing the solder. That, I don't think that's an improvement. I don't know what I've done there. All I did was start fiddling around with the character ROM. Oh, it never ends. So, yeah, I've somehow converted it to colour. So we'll power off. Okay, power on. So you can see as we power on, it's very red. Press the reset button, and yeah, it's very corrupt now. So all I did was put the oscilloscope probe on the first couple of data output pins there. Yes, I know it's powered on and I've got a metal thing, but I'll be careful. So we've got ground, and then we've got I think it's D2, D1, D0. So I was just touching those with the oscilloscope probe, and this kind of just started permanently. So I think, as I said, the way it works is we've got the CRT controller here that sends the address for the characters to the character ROM here, and then the outputs go to this 8-bit shift register here, which is a Soviet part. That's a 74198 equivalent, I believe, and then these are shifted out 1 bit at a time to the CRT output circuit. And I've replaced the 10 microfarad with a 47 microfarad, as Sergey has done on his redrawing, recreation of the Radio 86. So yeah, but we're going out for lunch today. We're going to go to Fredericton, Freddo Pies. Used to be a good stop on the way up to Brisbane, but it's been bypassed. But it's still there apparently, so we'll pop up and grab some pies. About an hour's drive away. I did want to work on the Cavant today, but after all you guys gave all those suggestions last night, it's like, well, I kind of better continue on. But yeah, I think when I get back, I'll desolder that character ROM now and replace it. See if that'll fix up whatever it is I've caused here. Okay, new font ROM installed. What's going to happen? Power on. Hey, boots first time. Ah, but it hasn't fixed it. Okay, well, there we go. So maybe it is addressing. Or maybe... Alright, but that was interesting that it booted first time as well. Reset. Oh, and okay, I've lost my chroma. No more colourful display. Okay, it's always great fixing fixing a fault that you introduce. Okay, alright. So shouldn't be that. So then addressing perhaps. Or the shift register. I might, rather than use the oscilloscope, might use the logic analyzer perhaps. And the other thing is, so I'm using an AMD 8080, but I do have a Polish and a Soviet spare 8080. Thanks to, I think Adam sent it to me, so I might try one of those in there. Well, I wish I was recording it. I just reseated the 8080. And it was, oh yeah, there it is. It's flickering intermittently with the correct characters. Reset. Okay, so that was after reseeding the 8080. What about reseeding the CRT controller? Alright, I might try that next. Oh, it just happened. No. So I've just got the I'll zoom out, get the light out of the way. So I have been capturing, so this is all the address pins A0 to A10, and then this is D2, which is the third bit. So there is activity pretty much everywhere. Occasionally, so even on A4, but now we've got, oh, sorry, I'll zoom in. Now we've got that. Reset. Interesting. Reset. So D2 is pretty much high all the time. Interesting. Interesting. Don't know if I can screen record this, or I can actually save it, and then you can use the Logic 2 software to actually open it up again. But I might add extra data pins perhaps. Let's stop recording. Okay. Let me think. All right, so I'll call it a day now. But yes, so I think we can assume now that the character ROM's okay. It's just probably maybe the RAM now. So where is the RAM? So I'm assuming bit 0, bit 1, bit 2, bit 3, bit 4, bit 5, bit 6, bit 7. So I might, not today, but I'll have a look maybe on an oscilloscope at the output, perhaps. Yeah, all right. Well, at least we got rid of the chroma. That was interesting. All I started doing was probing the pins, and yeah, interesting. All right. Hopefully that was interesting. Thanks for everyone's help. We'll get there. Bye for now.